We tested chicken from 12 stores, Walmart, Costco, Target, and 9 more. Most of them failed, and it starts with the chicken you cooked last night. You did everything right, fresh package, fair price. But the second it hit the pan, liquid poured out. It didn't sizzle, it didn't brown, it started boiling in its own water. Then it shrank. A big plump piece turned small and sad right in front of you. You didn't do anything wrong. The chicken did exactly what it was built to do. And here's what'll bother you. The store that pulled this trick the hardest isn't the cheap one you'd expect. It's one of the most loved, most trusted names in America. A store you probably shopped at this week. It scored dead last. Quick one before we start. Drop the store you buy your chicken from in the comments. Right now, off the top of your head. By the end, you'll know exactly where it landed. Because 2 packages can look identical. Same color, same size, same price, but one is mostly meat and the other is partly water. And the front of the box will never tell you which. Here's the rule for this whole video. The front is marketing. The back is the truth. We judged all 12 the same way. No bias, no guessing. Counting down the 9 that failed, worst at the end. Let's go. Number 9, Tyson. Let's open with the biggest name in the game. You see Tyson, and your brain fills in the rest. Huge company, must be reliable, and a lot of Tyson chicken is perfectly fine. But Tyson is where you learn a hard lesson. The most important word on the package isn't the brand, it's the product name. Because some Tyson products are quietly playing a word game with you. Look closely, and you'll find names like chicken breast, contains up to 15% solution of water, salt, and natural flavoring. That sneaky little phrase means the raw meat was injected or soaked in salt water before it was packaged. It's not a typo, it's the recipe. So you think you grabbed plain chicken, you actually grabbed chicken plus a built-in marinade you didn't ask for, and you're paying meat prices for the salty part. The fix is fast. Don't trust the big logo. Read the small name underneath it. Chicken breast. Good. Chicken breast with solution. Now you know the game. Why to skip it? Breaded and frozen lines add fillers. Many sub-brands make labels confusing. Enhanced cuts, spike sodium per serving. Number 8, Aldi. Now flip the whole thing around. And you walk into Aldi expecting the bottom of the barrel. Cheap store, cheap chicken, right? That's the belief. And this is the surprise of the list. Aldi punches way above its price tag. Their never any line is raised with no antibiotics, no animal byproducts in the feed, and a clean, honest label. For what you pay, that's genuinely impressive. Aldi isn't pretending to be fancy. It just quietly gives you a solid product without charging you extra to feel good about it. While we're here, let me kill a myth that fools everyone. You'll see, no added hormones stamped on chicken like it's special. It isn't. No chicken in America is legally allowed to have added hormones. The FDA banned that decades ago. So that label is true of every bird in the store. It's not a feature, it's just marketing. Aldi lands on this side of the list only because its cheapest packs skip the good line. Reach one shelf over, grab never any, and you've outshopped people spending twice as much. Why to skip it? Cheapest packs skip the never any upgrade stock, and selection vary wildly by location. Almost zero farm or sourcing detail given. The next store sells you 2 completely different chickens from the same aisle. Most people grab the wrong one without ever knowing the better one was 3 feet away. Number 7, Kroger. Here's the belief. Kroger is huge and reliable, so whatever I grab is a safe bet. The truth is sneakier. Kroger is really 2 stores standing in one aisle. Store number 1 is the default chicken. The packs piled up front, on sale, easy to grab, forgettable, average. The kind of chicken you forget the second you cook it. Store number 2 is the simple truth line. Raised without antibiotics, cleaner label, clearer story. A real step up, and it's sitting right there, sometimes on the very same shelf. So Kroger doesn't fail because its best chicken is bad. It fails because of where your hand goes. The store rewards the rushed shopper with the lazy option and quietly hides the good one in plain sight. Lesson for the whole video. Stop asking, is this a good store? Start asking, Is this a good package? Same store, 2 answers, 3 feet apart. Why just skip it? Shoppers grab default packs. Not Simple Truth house brand reveals little about origin sale prices. Push the watery standard cuts. Number 6. Members Mark. You go to Sam's Club for one reason: more chicken, less money. And Members Mark delivers the volume. But bulk has a hidden catch nobody warns you about. Whatever you didn't check on one small pack, you just bought 12 times over. Grab a single tray and a few ounces of added water is easy to shrug off. Grab a giant case for the freezer, and that same little percentage scales up into a serious chunk of weight you paid chicken prices for. The savings you came for can quietly leak away by the pound. It's not that Members Mark is junk, it's that bulk turns small details into big ones. So before you load the cart, flip one pack and actually read it. At that size, the label isn't a suggestion. It's the difference between a deal and an expensive mistake. Why just skip it? Huge trays multiply the water you buy. Membership fee stacks on top of price. Vacuum-sealed bulk is hard to inspect. Number 5. Purdue. This one stings a little because Purdue earned its good name. The belief is fair. Purdue is a trusted, careful brand. It must be a cut above. And in real ways, it is. Purdue has a solid reputation for clean processing, and its "no antibiotics ever" line is a genuinely good choice. But reputation and reality don't always match on the shelf. For all that brand trust, most of Purdue's standard chicken is made the same ordinary way as everyone else's. The famous name doesn't buy you a better process. It just buys you confidence. And confidence can make you stop reading. That's the trap. A brand you trust is the one you check the least. So you let your guard down on the exact package that needed a second look. Buy Purdue's best line on purpose, not the standard pack on autopilot. Trust the brand a little less and the label a little more. Why just skip it? No air-chilled option on most shelves. Marinated cuts pack hidden added sodium. Buzzwords up front. Thin facts on back. The last 4 stores are the ones shoppers trust the most. And the closer we get to number 1, the harder that trust falls apart, ending with the chain almost nobody expects. Number 4. Food Lion. Some stores just feel homey. Smaller, friendlier, like the chicken came from down the road. That feeling is the trap. It feels local, so it must be more wholesome. But a warm logo and a regional name aren't promises. They're decoration. Food Lion's everyday chicken is the same standard product you'd find at any big chain, dressed up in a friendlier feeling. The local vibe is on the sign and the marketing, not on the back of the package, where the actual facts live. And those facts? Thin. Very little tells you where the bird truly came from. To be fair, Food Lion does stock better lines, but they're often understocked or buried, while the basic packs get the spotlight. A homey store is a nice experience. It is not a sourcing guarantee. Don't let a friendly feeling do your label reading for you. Why just skip it? Local feel doesn't mean local sourcing matter. Lines often understocked or missing bargain. Focus means minimal label detail. Number 3. Safeway. This brand teaches you the single most useful trick in the entire video. It's not about what the label says, it's about what it doesn't. The belief, a big, established supermarket means better chicken. So you trust the everyday Safeway pack without a second look, but pick it up and hunt for one specific word: air-chilled. On most of Safeway's standard chicken, it's just not there. And that silence is the whole story. Here's why. When a brand cools its chicken the better way, it brags. It prints air-chilled in big, proud letters because it cost more to do. So when that word is missing, it's almost never an accident. It means the chicken went the cheap, ordinary route, and they'd rather you not think about it. Yes, Safeway sells stronger lines like open nature, but on the basic packs, learn to read the empty space. The missing word tells you more than anything they chose to print. Why just skip it? Open nature costs more than basic packs. Farm and origin details stay vague. Better lines are hit or miss in stock. Number 2. Walmart. Almost there. And number 2 is all about your wallet. The belief is simple. It's Walmart. It's cheap. A deal's a deal. But this is where cheap quietly stops being cheap. Here's the math nobody does at the register. A lot of standard chicken is cooled in a giant tank of cold water, and the bird drinks some of that water in before it's ever packaged. The government even expects the label to admit it, in tiny print, may contain up to X% retained water. That water is inside the pack you're carrying out. So picture a 5-pound family pack holding around 10% water. That's roughly half a pound of water, bought, paid for, at chicken prices. Do that every single week, all year long, and you've spent real grocery money on liquid that pours into the pan and disappears into steam. The lowest sticker price isn't always the lowest real price. At Walmart, cheap can mean you're buying the most water of anyone on this list. Why just skip it? Massive volume means least personalized sourcing. Rotating suppliers make quality inconsistent. Lowest price often signals lowest transparency. And now, number 1. The worst score didn't go to the cheapest store. It went to one of the most loved, most trusted names in America, and that's exactly why it failed the hardest. Number 1. Target. Premium look, ordinary process. Here's the shock I promised. The belief is the strongest one on this whole list. Target is one of the most trusted brands in America. Their store brand is gorgeous. It has to be premium. The packaging really is gorgeous. The trust is real. And that's exactly the problem, because under all that clean, modern, premium-looking design, Target's standard chicken is made the same ordinary way as the bargain packs. The beautiful box raised your expectations. The actual product meets the same low bar as everyone else, and the label tells you almost nothing about where that bird really came from. So why is this number 1, below even the cheap stores? Not because it's unsafe, not because it's bad. Plenty of families are happy with it. It's the gap. A cheap brand giving you little is expected. You walked in knowing. But a polished, beloved, deeply trusted brand doing the exact same thing while looking premium? That's the biggest letdown of all. The prettier the front, the more it's counting on you not to flip it over. And that is the whole lesson of this video. The front is marketing. The back is the truth. Nowhere proves it harder than here. Why just skip it? Grocery is secondary. Meat selection thin pays for design. Not better chilling few specialty or air-chilled options stocked canned. So why do 9 different stores keep making the same move? To understand it, you have to know how chicken itself quietly changed. This next part is the key that unlocks everything. The industry exposé. The chicken illusion. Stop and picture chicken 60 years ago. It was simple. There was a local farm, a local butcher. You knew the man who cut your meat. The chicken came in, the chicken got cleaned, and you took it home that day. Minimal processing, maximum trust. Then America fell in love with chicken. Demand exploded. Everyone wanted it every night, cheap. A few small farms couldn't keep up, so the whole system changed. Processing moved into giant, centralized plants. Speed became the goal. Millions of birds, all moving fast, all looking the same. And to move that fast, plants needed a way to cool the meat in minutes. So they built huge tanks of cold water. Birds went in by the hundreds, all together, and came out chilled in under an hour. Fast, cheap, consistent. That single choice, water chilling, is the heart of the illusion. And it's the secret behind almost every brand you just watched fall. Here's the difference, plain and simple. Air-chilled chicken is cooled slowly by cold air. Each bird on its own. No tank, no shared bath. The meat doesn't drink in any water. In fact, it can lose a little. So what you buy is pure chicken. Water-chilled chicken is cooled in that giant communal tank, and it soaks up water as it cools, often 8% to 12% of its weight. That water is inside the package you carry home. Now you know. That's the watery puddle from the very start of this video. That's the boiling instead of browning. That's the shrinking. It was never about the cook. It was about the chill. But the illusion goes deeper than water. Because everything got standardized. Every package started to look the same. Same pale color. Same plump shape. Same tidy tray. The chicken in the cheapest store and the fanciest store can come out looking like twins. even when one is mostly meat and one is partly water. And as the process got bigger, the story got smaller. The farm name disappeared. The butcher disappeared. The label shrank down to a logo, a weight, and a price. The chicken got more convenient every year, but every bit of that convenience traded away a piece of the truth. You gained speed, you lost the story. So remember these 4 lines, because they're the whole truth of the modern meat aisle. Chicken used to come from a farm. Today, it often comes from a processing system. The package tells you it's chicken. It rarely tells you how that chicken became this package. Convenience got better. Transparency got worse. Most shoppers think they're buying chicken. What they're really buying is a process. None of this is a scandal. Nothing here is unsafe. It's just hidden. The system isn't trying to trick you. It's built for speed. And speed leaves the story off the label. Now that you know the illusion, you can beat it yourself. No rankings needed. Before I reveal the 3 stores that actually got it right, let me give you 3 dead simple tests you can run in your own kitchen tonight. 3 kitchen tests. You don't need a lab. You need just 3 simple tests. Test 1. The paper towel test. Take 2 pieces of chicken from 2 different packages. Press a paper towel onto each one. The watered-down piece soaks the towel fast and leaves it dripping. The air-chilled piece stays mostly dry. The towel doesn't lie. More liquid means more water you paid for. Test 2. The pan test. Heat a dry pan. Cook both pieces side by side. Watch closely. One sizzles and turns golden brown. The other releases a puddle, starts steaming, and stays pale. That puddle is the water leaving the meat. Browning equals real chicken. Steaming equals water. Test 3. The shrink test. Weigh a piece before cooking. Cook it. Weigh it again. The water-heavy piece shrinks the most because the water cooks away. The air-chilled piece holds its size and gives you more food on the plate. That difference is the money you keep or lose every single time. Run these once. After that, you'll judge chicken with your own eyes, not the marketing on the front. Now you can spot a winner yourself. So let's reward the 3 stores that make it easy. The ones that put the truth back on the label. Counting down from 3 to 1. Number 3. Whole Foods. The belief, Whole Foods is just expensive groceries with a halo. The price is higher, but so is the information. All the fresh chicken in the Whole Foods meat department is air-chilled. The very thing 9 other stores wouldn't print on the label. And it goes further. Their chicken is certified by an animal welfare program with real, public standards. No cages, no crowding. Clear rules for how the birds are raised. That's a true signal, not a cartoon on a box. Yes, the tag is higher, but you're paying for meat, not tank water. So more of what you buy ends up on your plate. And if you want that same quality somewhere else, look for a brand called Smart Chicken. Fully air-chilled, organic, and antibiotic-free options, sold in lots of regular grocery stores. Clean and dry in the package, and it crisps beautifully. Why to choose it? Butcher countercuts chicken fresh to order. Strict standards ban many additives entirely. Staff can explain sourcing to your face. Number 2. Costco. The belief, Costco is a bulk warehouse. Bulk means basic. This is the best surprise on the whole list. Costco quietly upgraded. A lot of its Kirkland signature fresh chicken is now labeled air-chilled. The exact upgrade premium brands charge extra for. And here's the kicker. Costco doesn't raise the price for it. Air-chilled or not, you pay the same per pound. That's wild value. A premium process at a warehouse price. One honest catch. It's not air-chilled on every cut, every time. Some packs and thighs still aren't. So read the label each visit. The tag is your proof, not the brand name. But when you see air-chilled at Costco, grab it. It's one of the best deals in the entire meat aisle. Why to choose it? Generous. No hassle return policy on everything vacuum-sealed pouches. Freeze and store cleanly consistent quality across nationwide warehouses. And the number 1 winner? It's not the biggest brand in America. It's not the cheapest. And that's exactly why it won. Number 1. Bell & Evans. The belief, the winner has to be a giant national brand everyone knows. Nope. The winner is the one that hides nothing. Bell & Evans is 100% air-chilled, not a hybrid, not mostly, fully. So the package can carry a no retained water claim, 0 watered down weight. Every ounce you buy is meat. It doesn't stop there. The birds are raised without antibiotics. The brand carries real animal welfare certification, and they're loud about exactly how the chicken is made, from farm to package. When you cook it, it does everything you want. It sears, it browns, the skin crisps, and it stays plump instead of shrinking. It costs more up front, but you're not paying for water, so the price per pound of real meat is often closer to the cheap stuff than you'd think. Bell & Evans wins because it puts the whole story back on the label. And once you can read that story, you don't need a #1 pick. You can spot a winner anywhere. Why to choose it? Low-growth birds mean firmer, better texture-fed clean grain. No junky byproducts, decades of antibiotic-free farming experience. 4 myths to let go of. Myth 1. Expensive chicken is always better. False. Some pricey packs are still water-chilled. And some warehouse chicken, like Costco's air-chilled Kirkland, beats fancy brands for less. Price tells you almost nothing. The label tells you everything. Natural only means no artificial ingredients and minimal processing. A natural chicken can still be water-chilled and still hold extra water. Natural is not the same as air-chilled. Myth 3. All chicken cooks the same. False. And now you know why. Air-chilled browns and crisps. Water-chilled steams and shrinks. Same recipe. 2 totally different dinners. Myth 4. More juice in the package means fresher chicken. Often it's the opposite. That extra liquid usually isn't freshness. It's the water the bird soaked up in the chilling tank. A clean, dry package is frequently the better one. The 5-second shelf checklist. Here's the whole video, shrunk into something you can do at the store in 5 seconds. Screenshot this. Use it tonight. Step 1. Flip it over. Never buy chicken off the front. The front is marketing. The back is the truth. Step 2. Hunt for one word. Air-chilled. If it's there, green light. If it's missing, assume water-chilled. Step 3. Find the water line. Look for may contain up to X% retained water. Lower is better. No retained water is best. Step 4. Read the full product name. If it says, with up to 15% solution, that's injected salt water. If it just says chicken breast, you're good. Step 5. Look for a real signal. A farm name, an animal welfare seal with real standards. Anything that proves the brand has nothing to hide. A cartoon chicken doesn't count. 5 steps, 5 seconds. Do it twice and it becomes automatic. Conclusion. So here's what you walked away with. Most of them, Target, Walmart, Safeway, Food Lion, failed for the same reason, each in their own way. 3 of them shine: Whole Foods, Costco's Kirkland, and Bell & Evans, because they put the truth back on the package. But none of this is about fear. No chicken here is unsafe. Every store has good options if you know where to look. This was never about scaring you out of the meat aisle. It was about handing you a new pair of eyes. Next time at that cold case, you won't guess. You'll flip the package over. Look for one word: air-chilled. Check the water line. Read the full name. 5 seconds. That's all it takes now. Because the front is marketing, the back is the truth, and a ranking helps you once. Reading a label helps you for the rest of your life. So tell me in the comments, did your store make the list? I read every one. See you in the next test.